Have you ever worked so hard for something only to be met with silence? Have you ever knocked on a door 7,000 times only for it to stay shut? If you have, then you know the weight Elias carried. He lived in the land of not yet. For 7 years, he asked. For 7 years, he tried. And for 7 years, the world answered him with one cold, heavy word. Asterisk, no. But this story isn't about the 7 years of failure. This story is about what happened in the 8th year. Because sometimes the universe isn't ignoring your knock. Sometimes it's just waiting for you to be ready for what's behind the door. Elias was a potter. Not the kind you see in fancy art galleries, but a simple man who lived on a quiet, dusty street on the outskirts of a busy city. His hands were always cracked, stained with the red and gray clay he loved so much. From the time he was a boy, Elias dreamed of something simple, to own a small shop where he could sell his pots. Nothing grand, just a small space where the morning sun could shine on his work. But there was a problem. The spot he dreamed of, a tiny, empty storefront at the end of his street, belonged to an old banker named Mr. Verma. Mr. Verma was a man of numbers and logic. He had no time for artists. Every single month, for 7 years, Elias would walk to Mr. Verma's office. He would wipe his feet on the mat, clutch the handle of his woven bag, and ask the same question. "Sir, have you considered my offer for the shop?" And every single month, without looking up from his ledger, Mr. Verma would give the same answer. No. Sometimes it was a sharp, dismissive no. Sometimes it was a tired, bored no. But it was always a no. Friends told Elias to give up. His own family worried about him. "Elias," they would say, "7 years is a long time. He doesn't respect you. Find another place. Move on." But Elias felt a pull towards that little shop that he couldn't explain. It wasn't just a building to him. It was the feeling of it. He could almost see his pots in the window. So he kept working. He kept saving whatever little coins he could, and he kept asking. The 7th year was the hardest. Life had not been kind. Elias's mother fell ill. The money he had saved for the shop went to her medicines. His pots sold for less and less as people in the city started buying cheap, factory-made bowls. He began to doubt himself. Late at night, alone in his tiny room surrounded by half-finished clay, the silence was deafening. He would look at his hands and wonder, am I not good enough? Is my work ugly? Am I just a fool, chasing a dream that was never meant for me? The no from Mr. Verma had seeped into his soul. It wasn't just about the shop anymore. It was about his worth. He felt invisible. He felt like a man screaming into a vast, empty canyon that never echoed back. One evening, during a heavy storm, the roof of his little workspace leaked. Water destroyed 20 pots he had been shaping for weeks. Elias just sat there on the wet floor, watching his work melt back into mud. He didn't cry. He was too tired to cry. He looked up at the leaking roof and whispered, "Maybe they are right. Maybe it's time to stop." That night, he decided he would not go to Mr. Verma next month. He would give up. He would find work as a laborer. Something simple. No more dreaming. But the next morning, as he was sweeping the muddy water out of his room, a boy came running down the street. "Elias, Elias, Mr. Verma's office sent me. They want to see you, right now." Elias was confused. He leaned his broom against the wall. Maybe he wants to tell me to stop coming once and for all, he thought. Maybe he wants to humiliate me. He walked the familiar path, but this time his heart was heavy with defeat, not hope. He entered the office. Mr. Verma was sitting there, but he wasn't looking at his ledger. He was looking out the window. He looked older, tired. For the first time, he looked human. "Elias," Mr. Verma said, his voice softer than usual. "Sit down." Elias sat. The old man pushed a set of keys across the desk. "The shop is yours. Elias didn't move. He stared at the keys. The metal glinted in the morning light. He waited for the punchline. He waited for the punchline. He waited for the no. But it didn't come. I don't understand, Elias stammered. I don't have enough money anymore. My mother was sick. I only have a third of what you asked for 7 years ago. Mr. Verma nodded slowly. He pointed to a dusty clay pot sitting on the corner of his desk. It was one of Elias's pots, a small imperfect on, "My wife bought that from a market stall 2 years ago," Mr. Verma said. "She uses it to hold her flowers." Elias looked at the pot. It was chipped. It was simple. "She doesn't know I know," Mr. Verma continued, "but last month she was diagnosed with a sickness, a bad one. The doctors, they don't give her much time." The room fell silent. "Do you know what she does every morning, Elias?" The old man's voice cracked. "She wakes up, she walks to the window, she takes that ugly chipped pot and she arranges fresh flowers in it. Every single day. Even when she is in pain. She finds one flower and she puts it in that pot." Mr. Verma looked directly into Elias's eyes. "For 30 years, I have looked at ledgers. I have looked at numbers. I have looked at profits. I forgot what it looked like to see someone find beauty in a broken world. For 7 years you came here, you never got angry, you never stopped believing in your little pots. You just kept trying to bring beauty into the world." He pushed the keys closer. "I was a fool for 7 years. It took my wife's sickness for me to realize that the world doesn't need more bankers. It needs more people like you. People who make things that make the sad days a little more bearable. Take the shop, not for your money, but for my apology." Elias didn't become rich overnight. He didn't become famous. But a month later, he opened the doors of his little shop, and on the very first day, a frail woman in a wheelchair was rolled inside by her husband. Mr. Verma stood behind her. She looked around at the shelves filled with pots. She smiled. She picked up a small vase, turned to Elias and said, "This one is perfect for the kitchen window." Elias didn't make a lot of money that day. But as he watched the old woman hold his creation, he realized he had gotten what he truly asked for. He didn't just want a shop, he wanted to matter. So, if you are living in your 7th year, right now the year of silence, of waiting, of no, I want you to remember Elias. Sometimes the door stays shut because the person on the other side isn't ready to see you yet. Sometimes your no is just a delay, not a denial. Keep making your pots, keep creating, keep showing up. Don't let their silence make you quiet, because one day someone will need exactly what you have. And on that day, all the years of waiting will be worth it. Just for that one moment of recognition. It's not about how many times you are rejected. It's about being ready when your one person finally opens their eyes. And if no one has told you today, keep going. Your year 8 is coming.